Hello ladies and gentlemen, Deja Vu here bringing you set 3 of Air Force Ace versus the Kespa Dream Team 8. And Kespa up 2-0 right now. Air Force Ace is going to need another miracle. They've actually been down 2-0 in every single series they've played. They came back and won their first against KT 3-2, lost their second 3-0 to CJ. And what will happen here? Will we get to see another comeback, or will Air Force Ace flop over and die? That would be very, very unfortunate. We want more games, right? Yes, we absolutely want more games. And so we are actually going to have a ZVZ here. It's going to be GGAEMO here in the top left. In red, the Zerg, and in the top right for Washing Oz, not Washing Oz, Team 8, wow, okay, yeah, Team 8, the Dream Team is going to be Killer, yeah, Jaedong and Killer coming over from Washing Oz to Team 8, yeah, that's, yeah. So I might start calling, I don't know, I might call them MBC Game Hero when C plays, I might call them We Made Fox when Baby plays, and just, call it Wasong Oz. That would be pretty entertaining if we just did that. It's like, just call them by the team that their player came from. That'd be kind of amusing. Probably highly inappropriate and not very easy to follow at all, but amusing to me nonetheless. But anyways, this is going to be, I forget what the map name is called. I always forget what the map names are called. This is going to be the one that's like the 4-player Medusa. And Calvin College represent. I don't know where Calvin College is. I definitely recognize the name though. Yeah, I can't remember where it is, but I definitely recognize the name. So pretty cool. Some people going all the way over to Korea and taking the time to watch some Brood War. Good for you guys. Good for you guys from Calvin College. Way to be. And there you do see the backdoor entrance that makes it why we call it the 4-player Medusa. That backdoor entrance with the minerals and the big neutral building there to stop it. And GGAEMO, actually scouting cross position with his Overlord, so his scout is going to be extremely late on Killer. Killer actually chose the correct direction first, and you can see GGAEMO just going to be very, very far behind on his scout. And it looks like he's actually going to 12 hatch in base to his mineral only, which is an interesting choice. Okay, here's my opinion is on 12 hatching in ZVZ, when you do have the interior, when you have a choice of either just going to your natural or going to your back base, I say just go for it. Just go for your natural expansion because you have the second gas. Minerals really aren't the limiting factor in a ZVZ, and by going for that back base, if the game gets to Mutalisks, you're going to have 2 mineral lines to defend anyways. Why not have the second mineral line also have a gas? That's going to be far more valuable to you. That's how I look at it anyways. That's my theory on why you should just take your natural expansion. But there are, of course, pros to having it back there. By defending one choke, you are safe from any sort of Zergling pressure. So if you want to skimp out a little bit on Zerglings and go race to Mutas as fast as you can, and then mix in Zerglings later, you could do something like that by using those extra minerals. But overall, I really strongly prefer just going for the natural expansion. And Killer, it looks like, already does have his natural expansion going as well, Baxter, if you will. And yeah, his natural expansion is going, and his Zerglings are already out, so he is going to be rushing over to GGAEMO's base right now to see if he can do any damage. Not going to be able to, really. The rush distance is long enough that GGAEMO will have more than enough time to get enough Zerglings out, unless you really skimp on them and like over drones, which would be really, really depressing to have a game end like that. Layer started for Killer, and for GGAEMO we have Layer already started as well. Zerglings finally out for GGAEMO, and 2 Zerglings actually going to sneak around, and where will they go? They will go right into the main and see if they can pick off a drone, but some Zerglings coming out from the natural, from the back base, and they are going to occupy these Zerglings as well. And now we got some Zergling battles all over the place as both players try to micro both battles, and it looks like nobody was able to really get ahead here. Killer maybe getting a few more hits on overall, not quite able to kill any Zerglings, not quite able to kill any drones either, but I'd say his Zerglings have done slightly more damage for what it's worth, even though he's about to lose 2, because there's a ton of Zerglings out for GGAEMO. Jesus, that is a ton of Zerglings, and he is going to be able to pick off these Zerglings eventually, maybe. Oh, Killer, twisting and turning, and actually could get them out, and going to keep on being annoying. These are some epic Zerglings from Killer. Really, really well done. Keeping these Zerglings alive, and one of them finally does get trapped and goes down. But this is a ton of Zerglings that GGAEMO's building right now, and Killer absolutely knows that this is all that's going on. He knows that there isn't a whole lot of droning going on, as he is droning in response. So we do see that Killer already has a has a couple more drones already, and has that natural expansion. Will probably put down a sunken colony and an extractor relatively soon as well, in order to start pumping gas. Since once the Spire finishes, you do want the gas for the Mutalisk. And we do have Zerglings for GGAEMO splitting up across the map, looking to see if Killer's maybe hidden away a batch of Zerglings to backdoor him, which would obviously just be extremely frustrating and annoying. And is a really good tactic that a lot of awesome ZVZ players use, is to go for that kind of strategy. It's actually really cool. And Killer actually throwing down an evolution chamber. I guess he thinks that his Mutals are going to be a little too late against these Mutas for GGAEMO. So he's going to go for that evolution chamber and going to get some spore colonies going. And GGAEMO still not using his back mineral patches at all, just continuously spawning Zerglings. And the evolution chamber is cancelled for Killer, so I guess he's not so worried about the Mutalisk time. I guess he got it wrong the first time. And there's the coach for Air Force Ace, not him, the one before in the blue suit, the blue army uniform. And will we see Mutalisk or will we see Scourge? We could actually see Scourge here. If he does have the timing right and it's close to whether or not he'd be able to get there in time. If he goes Scourge and gains that extra few seconds that their spawn time is compared to Mutalisk, he could actually try and get over there and pick off a couple of Mutalisk before they're really able to get moving, which would be pretty amazing for him. And it looks like he spawned Zerglings out of those last couple eggs as well. And he's actually going to dart in here, go for it. GGAEMO is going for it. And that one drone, that is one epic drone. If you guys saw that drone that was right underneath the sunken colony, that was epic. Able to block so many Zerglings from actually getting in there. And it looks like Killer's going to be able to defend. That sunken colony almost does go down, but the Mutalisk do come into play here, and four Scourge just coming in there and picking off the Scourge, or the Mutalisk. But that was one epic drone. If that drone had not been there, if that drone had been mining, those Zerglings would have gotten a surround of that sunken colony would have gone down, and Killer would have been in huge trouble. This was actually brilliant by GGAEMO. Unfortunate on the execution. He didn't see the drone fast enough. He didn't see the problem it was causing, so he didn't pick it off quick in order to get to the sunken colony, and his Zerglings just went all over the place and scattered. But teammate in great shape right now. You see Jaedong and Seeb over there laughing it up in a very good mood, as they should be, because they yeah, it looks like they have a great chance here to go 3-0. After that successful defense, he's got the extractor going, so Killer is going to have a huge advantage here in the middle stage of this game just by having that second gas. And GGAEMO basically has to go for it, just has to try and make something happen. He can't afford to sit back. He's got to stop that gas production, got to fight somehow. And unfortunately for him, he's just not able to do it in the air. But however, he is able to do it on the ground. As the Zerglings are stopping the gas mining, so that is exactly what he wanted. He wants to delay this gas timing, force it to become a nutrient, not a nutrient, a resource sink and an attention sink for Killer, and basically, hopefully, he can kill enough drones that are producing there to make Killer spend enough eggs on other units that he can still stay ahead, or even stay in it. In the air battle, so it's kind of cool what he's got going on there. And Killer, actually, nice sniping there by Killer, picks off both of the Scourge. So GGAEMO in full retreat here. His Mutalisk taking a ton of damage, just managed to pick off most of the Scourge, but still a couple left. So GGAEMO forced to run away with his Mutalisk and not able to micro against them right now, and that is going to be game, folks. The GGAEMO is just too far behind right now with his Mutalisk just way too far away, and Mutalisk picking off drones, and GGAEMO just really does not have the ability to sacrifice any drones right now, and that is going to be game. We do see the side down there, 31-17, and the Mutalisk are going to fight each other. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Yeah, he could let that Scourge land, and GGAEMO still will not win. And there you go. There is the last of the there it goes. There's the last of the Mutalisk. So now these Mutalisk have free reign to just stop whatever they want. And here comes some Zerglings into the natural of Killer, and GGAEMO can't even go for it because there's a Mutalisk there as well. So that is game. And GGAEMO probably is just like, okay, well that's game. I guess we'll just charge. Charge! And see what his Zerglings can do. See if he can maybe get a drone, a moral victory on a drone kill. Nope, not able to do that as well. And the last of his drones are going down. He's got one egg still spawning and one drone still mining gas. What are we gonna see here? Oh, the drone mining gas is... Did it die? GG! GGAEMO falls to Killer. So that means that Kespa Team Dream 8 goes 3-0 on Air Force Ace. So Air Force Ace, after a very promising first first series gets 3-0'd twice in a row. So for those of you that had Air Force Ace on your team and were getting very excited that you might have gotten a 0-point team that helps you out, I think you just got a couple some negative points with those 3-0 losses. So unfortunate, but yeah, that is very poor for Ace, as they're trying to finally, maybe with the new format of no Ace match, they're trying and hoping that maybe they can get out of the basement and maybe get not 8th place, basically just not last is what Air Force Ace is going for. But unfortunately, it's not going to start here. Team 8 is going to get the victory, and they're going to go to 2-1. Whereas Ace is at 1-2, and there are your winners: Killer, Jadong, C, can't see their faces, they're too far away. Anyways, doesn't matter. Those are the winners there. 6 players you'll know, and 3 players that no one's ever heard of because they're rookies or something like that, and they're probably never play. So it doesn't really matter. And I wish there was more games to cast. That's why I'm keeping this going, because I want to cast more games, but there's nothing left to cast. Unfortunately, there's no more games played until later tonight. So we'll see. I guess it's back to the books. I hope you guys have all enjoyed your study break. For all of you university students, 3 games. None of them were too long. So I think, what was this? Maybe 45 minutes, and you're done with all 3 games. So good little study break. Get back to the books and get your A's. And I'll see you guys all in the next series. Maybe later this week. Probably not, though. We'll see. We'll see if I can find some time later this week to cast another series, perhaps a con series or something. But yep, I'll see you guys all there. Bye-bye. Good games.